Are you sure you want to move to Boise, Idaho? There are a lot of things to hate about Boise. I should know. I was born here. Here are my top 10, and you may be guilty of reason number 1 yourself. A lot of people are. Keep watching and see if you're one of the repeat offenders. Reason number 10, Boiseans are addicted to casual clothing. Now don't get me wrong, we do own nice clothes, but we can't be bothered to dress up unless maybe it's a wedding. And even then the groom, and maybe the bride, may show up in hiking boots or running shoes. Boise is a pretty casual place. I think the governor may be the only man left in Boise to wear a suit and tie on a regular basis. Number 9. The weather in this part of Idaho is incredibly dry. Be prepared for dry lips, dry skin, dry eyes, and lots of static in your hair and clothing. Pull a wool sweater over your head on a winter's day and be expected to see sparks fly, literally. Stock up on lip balm, hand lotion, eye drops, and plenty of water to drink if you plan to live in Boise. Reason number 8 is also weather related. Our weather, especially in the spring and fall, is unbelievably changeable, like 4 seasons all in one day. You can get up on a March morning to walk your dog at 8 a.m. and find yourself pulling on thermals under your fleece-lined leggings and wool sweater because the temperature is below freezing. But by afternoon, guess what? You're changing into shorts, t-shirt, flip-flop, and the dog doesn't want to go out to walk again because it's too hot. We even have a saying here in Boise, if you don't like the weather, just wait an hour. Reason number 7 for hating Boise, all those annoying potato jokes. You just have to get used to them, or better yet, get a no haters, just taters t-shirt and embrace your inner Spud. Can you believe we used to have the motto, famous potatoes, on our vehicle license plates? I mean, I love a good baked potato as much as the next person, and I recognize how much economic benefit Idaho derives from our potato crop, but with all of our magnificent natural scenery to brag about, don't you think we could have found a less stereotypical license plate motto? Here's reason number 6 to hate Boise. Boiseans seem to drive nothing but pickup trucks and SUVs. Sure, they're practical in a state where residents love outdoor activities, but also kind of boring, and all those trucks and SUVs make it hard to find your own vehicle in the Costco parking lot. Thank goodness we have a few hardy individualists who drive Subaru Outbacks and the occasional Corvette. You'll hate reason number 5, and honestly, so do I. It's our addiction to complaining about out-of-staters moving to Idaho. We've had a continuing influx of new residents for a couple of decades now, and the pandemic only increased the number of new arrivals. While we do like to complain about new residents, deep in our hearts, we appreciate the compliment that newcomers are paying to our beloved Idaho. You wouldn't come here if you didn't think it was something special. As a Boise-based realtor, I've worked with many people moving to Idaho, and to Boise in particular, and I've heard their stories and the reasons why they want to move here. Our beautiful outdoors, self-reliant lifestyle, and our respect for personal freedom are at the top of the list of motives for relocating to Idaho. But I really do wish we native Idahoans would quit complaining about newcomers. Reason number 4. Boiseans have a fixation with the Greenbelt, which runs alongside the Boise River for some 20 miles, as well as our fixation with our amazing system of public parks. Parks and hiking trails are everywhere in Boise and in the foothills that surround us to the north and northeast. Newcomers can feel left out if they don't own hiking boots or a pair of running shoes. So get yourself down to the nearest outdoor store and get some gear. You'll feel like a native Boisean in no time. You may even decide to enter the Race to Roby Creek, also known as the toughest race in the Northwest. This race is held each year in April. The race is a grueling half marathon, and since it's held in April, there may or may not be snow, or rain, or blistering sun. The changeable weather is part of the challenge. Reason number 3 for hating Boise is related to reason 4, and that's our addiction with outdoor gear. The average Boisean owns so much camping, hunting, and fishing equipment, so many trailers, vehicles, and kayaks, that there's no room in our garages for our pickup trucks and SUVs. Drive through many neighborhoods and notice all the cars in the driveways. They're there because they can't fit into the garage. Reason number 2 is kind of a scary one, and it has to do with wild critters coming down into town. As more people move to the Treasure Valley, the coyotes, mountain lions, skunks, and other wild animals are being edged out, or rather, they're being hemmed in. And that means they sometimes end up in town, too close to humans for comfort. Big hawks, urban raccoons, and the occasional deer in the middle of town make Boise a weirdly wonderful place to live. Finally, the number 1 reason you'll hate Boise. We are fixated on the pronunciation of our city's name. It's Boise, not Boise. Get it right, and you'll fit right in here in Idaho. Get it wrong, and you'll instantly identify yourself as an outlander. Well, that and the fact that you don't own a pair of hiking boots and your tiny urban car fits neatly into your garage. I've got lots of Idaho stories to tell, so give that subscribe button a poke and I'll see you next time.